Hey everyone, so basically this video will be about how to overclock and GPU. Also the video of how to overclock CPU later. First of all, you need especially specific programs. There are tons of other programs. One of them is MSI Afterburner, but there are also a lot of other programs. So my recommendation, MSI Afterburner, because basically it gives you the options to set your GPU overclocking to its maximum limit. Yeah, I've tried other programs as well. For example, NVIDIA has its own overclocking program. But before I go to that, you can download MSI Afterburner from the MSI official site. You can also Google it, MSI Afterburner downloads, and download Afterburner. So let me first show you the other program I was talking about, if I haven't deleted it. No. NVIDIA Inspector. Show overclocking, yes. So basically you can overclock everything and you can push up to 8,000 yeah, that's possible, but you basically will destroy your GPU. So better to use MSI Afterburner for this task, because it's the lightest program and it basically shows you the limits, how much you can overclock. But you must be still careful, because you might still destroy your GPU. Yeah, it shows the limits, like for example 910, but my recommendation, still leave it a bit lower, because you might still destroy your video card. Well, the chances of destroying are very small, like 20% or so, but if you overclock it too much, like this video card is GT 730, and you overclock it like let's just say 1500, the both core clock and memory clock, then you have high chances of destroying your GPU, like 40% and 50% already. So first of all, let's go to settings. Let's see what kind of settings it does have. Well, you can control everything here, like fan, enable user-defined software automatic fan control if you want. Monitoring, you have override names, change the limits, and etc. Yeah, the GPU temperature graph limit is 100 degrees Celsius, but why would you want to overclock it so that it will be over 100? The maximum limit of the GPU is like 100, or in the good cases 120. So leave those settings alone. Profiles, user interface, you can change the user interface if you want, change language, etc. General, you can turn on some of the settings. Some GPUs are giving you the opportunity to change the voltage, but this one doesn't. For example, yeah, force constant voltage. This is like basically forcing it to have a one voltage all the time. You can turn it off or on, but I recommend to leave it force constant voltage so it doesn't change randomly. Unlock voltage monitoring and voltage control. I turned it on, but as you can see, it doesn't give me any chances to overclock. Yeah, I made a slight difference, so it's telling me to restart. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't give me any opportunities to change the voltage because this video card is blocked. Some of them are giving you the channel. So what are the voltage and why do you need them, and etc. Let's increase the fan control a bit. So core voltage, power limit, temperature limit. You can overclock it so that if it reaches maximum temperature, like if you set it to 80 Celsius, it will automatically shut down to save your GPU. And you can also power limit it, the percent, how much power it will consume, and core voltage. Well, what is the voltage, why do you need it, and etc. Core clock and memory clock. Yeah, we have two settings. Let's open the GPU Z8 so I could explain which is what. So basically one of them is the GPU clock, the other one is controlling the memory clock. Well, what main settings do we have here in GPU? It says capacity, like 4 gigabytes, 8 gigabytes, 2 gigabytes, and etc. and etc. You have texture fill rate, shader fill rate, bandwidth speed, and etc. Then you also have the clock speeds, which are controlling, for example, memory clock speed is controlling your memory clock speed, exactly what it says. The core clock is the basic clock speed of your GPU. And yeah, I have increased it a bit. As far as I remember, the basic for this GPU was somewhat 700 clock speed. So I increased a bit. And how to test if your settings are optimal? When you increase it too much, you are getting very high lags when playing games. For example, there are blue dots or blue arrows or things like that appearing on the monitor, but sometimes it just restarts. Boom, blue screen and restarts. So basically I recommend you to find your perfect settings, slightly adjusting your speeds, like from 10 megahertz, yeah, about 10 megahertz. That's enough, I think. 10, then again 10, 10, 10, until you reach your perfect clock. Yes, this isn't exactly the perfect clock. The perfect clock will be 880 and 850 here, but still I want it to be cool a bit. As you can see, it's right now constant 56 degrees Celsius. So if I increase to 808, it will become like 60, but I still prefer it to be under 60 Celsius. And my recommendation is also that, because when you're playing games, and for example, if you don't have a decent cooler in the case, well, things could go up as 65 and 70 degrees. So 80 degrees is the limit for it, because on 100 degrees your video card probably will burn out. So this is how you overclock your GPU. Nothing serious, nothing special. You just have to press these buttons in order for GPU to be overclocked constantly. When the window starts, basically it's saving the task. Right, oh, it's not showing up now. If I, yeah, here is it, MSI Afterburner. So every time you start the PC, your GPU is being overclocked. You can also overclock in the BIOS, but still I don't recommend it unless you're a pro with it. You need some practice, you need some experience, so you must be extremely careful in that. So this is the basics. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope it helped. So before I finish the video, what kind of differences it could make for you? For example, I tried, for example, playing, let's say, I have one of these games which requires a pretty strong GPU, Tom Clancy's Division. I was playing with 25 FPS, but when I did this overclocking, it gave me like 5 to 6 FPS. That's still something than nothing. But if you have a better GPU, you can overclock it more and you can probably get a better FPS. So thanks for watching and see you around.